I've worked on the brand side of influencer marketing, and if I were a cruise brand looking at your profile, these are the things I want to see on your account before choosing to invite you on a ship. Number one, follower count is not everything. Brands evaluate the entire creator and what they can bring as a marketing value to the campaign. So instead of thinking, I have 50K followers, or I have 100,000 or 1,000,000 followers, start thinking, what marketing value can I bring to the brand and why they should provide this experience in exchange for content and compensation so that you can get paid as well as get on the cruise. So besides that initial disclaimer that follower count is not everything, they want to know what type of content can you produce and what they should expect from you while you're on the cruise, or obviously if you're not posting in the moment, what they expect to get as a deliverable. So are you going to be posting reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts? Are you going to be posting stories of day in the life, or what do you ate in a day? Are you going to be posting photos of different spaces in the ship? So kind of just think about what type of content that you can deliver. You don't have to have an exact number of videos and photos. That can be determined later when you're negotiating, but kind of just say what you can provide. Or if you want to be detailed and say, hey, I can post 5 stories each day, then you can put that in your initial pitch. So besides the content that you can deliver to the brand, they want to know who your audience is. They want to know, is it family friendly? Is it geared towards couples? Is it for luxury travelers, budget travelers? Is it family friendly? Is your audience mostly women, men? What is the age range? Is it Gen Z, baby boomers, millennials? They just kind of want to have an idea to make sure that your audience aligns to their target audience, of whether that's the current audience of the brand. For example, Disney, I'm assuming, is geared towards family creators and people that do have children, but at the same time, there are Disney adults. So do you have a lot of Disney adults? Or are you a Disney adult? Are you always tagging Disney to where if you went on a cruise with Disney, everyone would be tuning in and want to book because of your videos and because of your content? So think about that. The content that you can deliver and your audience. Okay, also reach. What platform do you feel like, whatever makes sense for you and what your audience would think is the most organic, that would kind of relate to the cruise? Because if you don't have any travel content and then you're all of a sudden trying to make cruise content and telling people about cruises, it's probably not going to perform well overall for the average creator. If you're a creator that people watch whatever you do, then you probably wouldn't even be watching this video. So this is more so for people that have not partnered with brands or are just interested in tips from someone that chose creators and managed the budget, negotiated with managers and creators that didn't have managers on a daily basis for over 3 years. Now that you know what brands look for, the next thing, pick the right cruise line. This goes back into your audience and just the style of your content. If you post a lot of family-oriented content, then of course a family-friendly cruise line would make sense. Disney, Royal Caribbean is big for families. Their whole ship seems to be catered towards families. Carnival, of course, is the fun ship, but if you post with your family a lot, Virgin Voyages may not connect well with Virgin Voyages as a brand to partner with you, and also to your audience who may have kids. Virgin Voyages is 18 and over, adult only. So really just think about, is your audience a strong fit for this cruise line and why, right? So for example, if you are someone that doesn't have kids or just posts grown-up content, or you're a foodie, maybe you're a vegan, vegetarian, Virgin Voyages would be a great option for you to partner with because they have very good food, Michelin star chef curated menus. Okay, I know because I've been on 3 Virgin Voyage cruises. Also, they're very vegan and vegetarian friendly. So if you are a vegan or vegetarian, it would make sense if you already post content about being a vegan or vegetarian to kind of tie that into your experience going on the ship and eating the different food. So besides that, you want to make sure your profile is brand ready before pitching. Okay, first, easy enough. In your Instagram bio, TikTok bio, YouTube description of your account, it should be clear that you are a travel creator, right? Like in the description, it should say travel creator, cruise content creator. Of course, you want it to be easy for them to contact you, so your email must be in the description. Yes, you can have your email on the email button, but just letting you know, brands, when we're scrolling on the website on our work computers, there's no button to click email. So we would have to go on our phone, and that's just another step. And you don't want us to have another step because we'll just find somebody else that has their email and bio. So make it very easy for brands to contact you. There have been so many times in the past where someone's email is not in their bio, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, and I would have to go on Instagram and DM them and say, hey, I'd love to partner with you. What's your email? And of course, if I wanted to work with that creator, which I've done plenty of times, I would reach out, but you don't want to have them make an extra step because some would just be like, hey, I'm gonna find someone else. They clearly don't want to be contacted for brand deals. Maybe they're not a creator. Like maybe they're just doing this for fun and this is not a business for them. So make sure your email is clearly stated in your bio. Your location is also important. And I'll say that because especially with travel, of course people can get anywhere, but some things are kind of like location based, especially events. Like if there's a new ship in Orlando, or they're trying to promote itineraries going out of Los Angeles, and if you're based in LA and a lot of your audience is LA based, California based, that makes sense for them. Of course, you can say open to travel, but just putting the state and city, if you're comfortable doing that, that also helps in general. You want to have recent content on your page that shows that you travel in some way, right? Like even if it was a family vacation, you want to show that you post content about what I ate while I was on my cruise. Even if it's not a cruise, here's my experience flying Southwest as an A-list member, or this is, just examples of travel content. It does not specifically have to be cruises. It could be, like I said, airline, airport lounges, national parks. Just travel as a niche overall is better than no travel at all of a sudden wanting to partner with a cruise brand. That does not mean you can't partner with a cruise brand for your first cruise. This is very much possible, but you need to have other travel content in some way, whether that is come with me for a day in Las Vegas, come with me while I am at Martha's Vineyard. You need to have some type of content showing that you went to a place and you had an experience that was not just in your city, I would say. Engagement. Brands are looking for engagement. You can have 1 million followers, but if only 2,000 people like your post, 50 people comment, you cannot justify really a partnership overall, but really a high rate. Like you cannot ask for $20,000 and a 14-night European cruise if no one is engaging your content. They want to see engagement, good engagement and consistent engagement. As a tip, if you haven't already been on a cruise, then try to create cruise specific content. And that could just be in a UGC portfolio, right? If you haven't been on a cruise lately, you can just talk about it. Like, hey, you guys, I have been thinking about booking a cruise for my family. Just mention cruise in some way so that it's not a foreign concept to the cruise line. And of course to your audience if you were able to get the partnership. Okay, start off with smaller opportunities before you send your pitch. What that means is if the cruise lines you've reached out to and they have not responded, try pitching to different travel apps, maybe Expedia, outfits, right? Like it could be fashion, right? Like, the things I would wear on a cruise, right? This would be an example just of a haul, but you're mentioning cruise, or things I would wear on a vacation in the summer, for a vacation in the spring, just so that your audience gets the idea that you are trying to integrate travel content in some way and you're not actually traveling. You can just create content for your audience to inspire them to, whether it's like something to wear, how you would do your hair on a cruise, right? Like just mention travel, mention cruise in your content so that it would make sense when you all of a sudden are on a cruise and you're doing a partnership, of course, that you want it to perform well. Pitch to the right person. Of course, you can Instagram DM the brand, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I worked for a brand that had 2 million followers on Instagram. I don't even know how many pitches were sent through DM because we're working on the campaigns. We're negotiating deals with influencers and looking for other influencers for upcoming campaigns. there is really no time to just go through the DMs. Matter of fact, most brands have external agencies that go through Instagram DMs for customer service issues and just for community management if their team doesn't have the bandwidth to really just scroll on Instagram all day and TikTok. My advice to reach out or find the right person is always LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where people post where they work. They post the position they're in. So tip, go on LinkedIn. Find the company that you want to work for. For example, if it's Norwegian Cruise Line, type in Norwegian, click on people, and then type in influencer. If that doesn't pop up someone, type in social media, type in partnerships. Those are the keywords that will help you find the right contact. Of course, you can't get their email unless they give it to you. Some people have found emails through, certain sites. But I think when you have a personal message through LinkedIn and then you have a great pitch, then that goes farther than a random email where it's like I've gotten so many random emails. I'm like, how do these people get my email? So find the right person is very important. Last thing, timing your pitch. Seasonality is very big in influencer marketing. I would say coming from a retail brand, thinking about holidays, thinking about just what makes sense, right? Like, is it holiday travel? Did you do your research and did you find out that a certain a new cruise ship is launching, let's say next September? You don't want to reach out in August because these brands are planning, quarters in advance, years in advance. Of course, if the ship was already announced that it's launching in 2027, 2028, you should be reaching out as soon as you find out and follow up if they don't answer. And if they haven't started working on a campaign yet, just once again, follow up. Because it's better to be too early than to be too late when the campaign has already been casted for the creators, budget's already allocated to creators, and you're like, hey, I want to work with you for a Christmas cruise or a family cruise or for the new cruise launch, the new ship itinerary. Meanwhile, they already casted those creators months ago. You don't want to be too late because then you can just say, oh, well, consider me for the next one. Most likely that influencer manager is going to read that email and they're not going to follow up with you. You always need to be the one following up because influencer marketers on the brand side, we get too many emails to think about, oh, wait, who was that person that pitched however many months ago as a brand? If it's not something that I was working on in the moment or that I know I would need in the future that I can add them to a list to consider, I'm not going to remember if it's too early of a pitch. So it's good to reach out early, but if they say no, we don't have the details for that yet, or just ask when is the best time to follow up. And even if they don't respond to that, follow up anyways. So overall, you want to make sure that you think from the brand side when you are reaching out. You don't want to just think vanity metrics. I have this many followers. No, followers, we know now 2026 and going forward, it doesn't mean much because people have gotten followers on TikTok easily from one viral video, and yet their videos get 1,000, 2,000. It's not consistent. Brands care about engagement. They care if the content that you post aligns to their target audience and their overall messaging, and they want to see your personality too. Like, how can you make it come to life in a way that's authentic to you, but also that gets those key messages out there for the brand, whether that's, like I said, in the cruise world, your experience going to a water park can translate well to come with me to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Let's see how it is. Or let's go to the new Carnival Celebration Key. Like, just think about how you can do content even if you're not traveling already that would make sense for the brand and what priorities that you can assume they will have based on just your research. Follow the companies on LinkedIn to see what is coming, right? That would also help. So I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna have much more videos coming about just how to pitch brands, how much you should charge. Do you even need a media kit? Do you need a manager? All those topics about influencers, trying to be a travel creator, if you should be a UGC creator versus an influencer, and what do the terms mean? Coming from someone that worked on the brand side of influencer marketing for over 3 years. Hope you stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of fun here, and I'm here to help you get the bag and get on these trips because that's what I would wanna do if I were in your shoes.